Hi everyone! Thanks so much for joining me for my travel series where I'm giving you quick tips that make packing for your trips a heck of a lot easier. Over the course of the series, I'm going to go over 4 different types of trips or vacations you may take, and from there I'll give you the packing list, outfit ideas, and even packing hacks for those specific trips that you're taking. Now, if you're watching on my website, that's awesome. You're going to find worksheets for every series below me with a button right below me. If you're watching on YouTube, click the button below me. It'll take you to my website, and then you can always get the worksheets. When I'm going over these videos, I'm not going to dive too deep into everything. I'll save you the time. You can read the checklists yourselves and, have those printed out when you go on the trips. But I will go over the general other things that you need to know that I don't have written down on the worksheet. So make sure you get those worksheets and follow along with me on my website. So today we're going to be talking about rest and relaxation trips. So we're talking beach trips and spa trips, things like that. So we're going to hop right into it and first talk about when you're packing. So like I said, I've got my handy dandy worksheets here. I've got both checklists for men and women. One is for the beach and one is for the spa. So based on the trip you're going on, just make sure to cut these out and bring them with you. But when we're talking in general about the pieces that you're packing, yes, I told you what to pack, but let's talk about the fabrics and the specific reasons why we're packing these things. So when we're looking at the women's list, for both beach and for spa, they're pretty similar since they're both this more relaxed type of vacation. And so when we're looking at the fabrics for those, what I want you to look at are cotton fabrics because they're light, easy, and more casual. Or I want you to look at, for dresses specifically, a type of fabric that's kind of a mix between a nylon and a spandex. And so what you're looking for in terms of feel, because obviously you're not gonna just go through all the dresses and read the little tags on them, you're looking for, it's kind of like that athletic material where it's more smooth and kind of like a wicking fabric, but it's a bit thicker. And so the beauty of that is that you can easily wear it with your flip-flops or your sandals for a casual day, but then add your heels and a necklace for a more dressed up evening. You could do the same with your cotton dresses, ladies, but the other fabric is just a little bit easier to transition to be a bit more dressy. So those are 2 great fabric options for you. If you're more of a shirts and shorts or pants kind of girl instead of wearing dresses, then cotton shirts are fine. Maybe have a pattern instead of just a plain white tee, just so that it can be easier to dress it up at night. But you can easily during the day wear, your shirt with shorts, and then at night go to your shirt with jeans, either for the spa trip or the beach trip. The other beauty of those fabrics is that they are very wrinkle resistant, so they shouldn't be difficult once you pack them and then unpack when you get to your location to just hang them up and be ready to go. Maybe a little light steaming or having them in the bathroom while you're taking a shower just to let out some wrinkles. But for the most part, that's the other beauty of those fabrics is you can get to the beach or get to the spa and focus on that, not on how your clothes look because they're already good for you. Men, when it comes to you, we're looking at packing cotton tees, button downs, and polos. So the cotton tees are obviously going to be your cotton material. But when it comes to your polos and your button downs, for polos, like I've always said, try to find an athletic, like wicking type of fabric versus a cotton one. It'll keep you cool in that weather. Typically you're going to be in warm weather with the beach, and it'll keep you dressier in terms of nighttime when you're at the spa. And then with your polos, just want to make sure that they're light. Typically when you're looking at, a button down, you want to make sure they're light. Typically when you're looking at a button down, we're looking at a cotton poly blend. So you already have that cotton, but just make sure it's not too thick so that you're not sweating up a storm when you're either at the beach or even if you're at a warm place where there's a spa. So those are the fabrics to look for when you're packing. Other than that, everything on the packing list is very self-explanatory, tells you exactly what to do and what to bring. So, there's nothing else to really to go over there. But the next thing we're going to move on to are your outfits. So when it comes to the outfits, I gave you, just like in my Min to Max series, outfit formulas. So it's literally just plug and play. You bring what's on the shopping list and then plug it into the outfit formulas. Now, the biggest thing here for you to know in order to not overpack and in order to not just throw a ton of clothes in is you want to try to transition your outfits that you've packed from day to night. That's the best way to limit the amount of pieces that you have. Like I said to begin with, you need to pack enough per activity. So let's say on a beach trip or even a spa trip, you get up, you have breakfast, you have a casual day, and then at night you have dinner. In an ideal world, you transition your day outfit, so ladies, a cotton dress and just a cotton dress, into your evening, which would be a necklace and heels. Men, we're talking maybe taking your polo from wearing it with shorts into jeans or chinos and dressing it up a bit. But you can see how it's easy to plug and play. That's the ideal situation. Now, there might be nights where you have a dressier night, and so you have to pack an extra outfit for that, or maybe you have an excursion on your beach vacation, and so you need to pack athletic wear as well. So there's gonna be a little variance. It's obviously not gonna be perfect, but in an ideal world, that's what you wanna look for, is taking your outfit from day to night and using these formulas to just plug and play the outfits in there. Makes life super simple. The last thing we're gonna go over then are packing hacks. So I've got a few different ones. You're gonna see you've got a sheet for beach and then packing hacks for the spa. So you can always just print these out, staple them if you want to their checklists, which are these ones. And then you'll have that all good to go for when you go on your trip. But in general, they're pretty similar between spa and beach, again, because it's the rest and relaxation, same types of fabrics. The first packing hack is to avoid linen. So that's typically very indicative of beach vacations, is linen. And so the reason I say to avoid it, although it's a great light fabric for the beach, it's gonna get super wrinkly. So if you're not a person who likes to deal with ironing and steaming and all of that, just don't bring it. Don't pack that on your beach vacation. It's just gonna make you super frustrated. If you love linen and you're cool with steaming it when you get there and knowing that it's gonna have a lot of wrinkles, then that's fine. Just something to be aware of when we're looking at fabrics. After that, my next packing hack for you is a way to limit space in your bag. So a lot of the times you pack a ton of stuff and it doesn't all fit right, and it can be super frustrating. So what I suggest is, with your shoes, use that as an opportunity to take the space up inside the shoe and save space in the rest of the bag. So in your shoes, you can always stuff your undergarments, can go in there, roll them up and shove them in the shoes. You could also put your liquids in there, as long as they're, not gonna explode and ruin your shoes, because then that's super frustrating when you get to your location. But that's a great, great little tip there in order to save more space in the rest of your bag. Another thing I do too to save space in my bag is I put my shoes and my liquids. So my suitcase, when you open it, I should say first, it's got the two halves. So one half, you can unzip the top of it and put stuff there, and then you've got another half that's just already open when you open the suitcase. So what I do is I put my shoes in the top half with my liquids and my undergarments. I shove them all in that section. And then in the main half, I've got my clothes, so it's less likely that they'll get damaged if a liquid decides to explode on you. And they're just all in one easy place to see everything. So that's a good way to save some space too, is clump the shoes together, keep your clothes elsewhere. Another way to avoid having your liquids explode, which I'm always worried about that. I don't know, I just don't want my stuff to get ruined. So one way to save yourself is if you untwist the cap on your liquids and put a piece of plastic wrap over top and then twist the cap back on, the liquids can't come out. On top of that, I would still put everything in either a grocery bag or a Ziploc bag, just so that you've got another barrier in case that sunscreen decides to leak out because of pressure, or your toothpaste goes everywhere. I've had both of those things happen. It's very frustrating. So that's another great way to save yourself and save your clothes when you're packing. My last tip, this one's for you ladies, is for your jewelry. So if you have either little Ziploc bags or just these little bags like this, and you don't want your jewelry to get all tangled up in each other, put each necklace or pieces of jewelry in their own little bag. That way when you pack everything up, it's one less stressor. It's not gonna get tangled within the other necklaces. And then to really avoid them getting tangled, I'll put most of the necklace in the bag and then leave a bit of it hanging out. That way it can't get tangled within itself. So those are just some packing hacks to make your life a lot easier when it comes to packing for rest and relaxation trips. So I hope you enjoyed all these tips. Again, make sure to get the worksheets so that you can get the full packing lists, the different outfit formulas, and all of that information. You'll get that on my website by clicking the worksheets button. And then join me for my next video, which will be all about adventure trips. So we're talking hiking, skiing, those kind of trips, and how to pack properly for those. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know, message me, leave a comment below. Love to hear from you. And I'd also love to know what your favorite tip was from this video. So make sure to leave me a comment and let me know. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.